Hi, everybody. We are going to begin now with the conference, and I am going to fix my screen here real fast. So my name is Carly Wilson. I am one of the conference committee members who helped plan this conference, True Stories, Contesting Narratives of Violence. So this conference today will take place over 2 days, and we have such a great number of speakers and keynotes that we're excited to bring to you. The conference has been put together through the Queen's University of Belfast, as well as the Senator George J. Mitchell Institute for Global Peace, Security, and Justice. And I am going to read off some information to you guys about the conference, as well as some thank yous that we have to all the people who helped make this possible. So let's see here. To start, we wouldn't be here today without the Senator George J. Mitchell Institute, as well as its director, Hastings Donnan. They have been just such supporters and encouragers for this whole process. We originally had the intent of holding this conference in person on the Queen's campus, but due to the pandemic, we have had to change our plans, but this has given us a great opportunity to have speakers from different countries as well as attendees from all over the world. I believe we have people from Europe, the UK, and North America. So we're really excited to put the global into the Senator George J. Mitchell Institute for Global Peace, Security, and Justice. Moving forward with thank yous, we were able to use Zoom due to the graciousness of the School of History, Anthropology, Philosophy, and Politics, or what we call HAP for short, and the assistance of Connor O'Neill specifically. We'd also like to thank the following people for their support: Zahir Kazmi, Wendy Smith, and Jill Laughlin within the Mitchell Institute, as well as our program director, Dr. Fiona Murphy. And we started practicing and getting ready for this conference back in February before the pandemic hit. We had a group of classmates and committee members that were helping us at that time that we'd also like to mention and thank to those. It's Bailey Matlock, Naomi Boltz, Paula Shilliday, who will also be speaking today, Yumi Amori, and Sinead Jain. We thank all of you guys for helping us and getting us started with the conference planning. It means the world to us. So why specifically narratives of violence? We know that violence exists in many forms, but the narratives around them, they're always different. We're in a world where we're experiencing some dogmatic and polarized individuals' views, which leads us to question whose stories are we hearing and whose voice is representing them, whose are we not hearing, and why. So we felt that this would be the perfect topic for today, because narratives, just like violence, they can be powerful, they can bring us together, but they can also tear us apart. So with witnessing an era of fake news, cancel culture, everything around the pandemic that we hear, this felt like the right topic for today. And let's see here, I'm going to share my screen with you all to go over. It's a bit bigger. So on the right-hand side of your screen, you should see the program for day one. Like I said, we'll have our first speaker, Dr. Carolina Fernandez Quintanilla. After that, at 2:45, will be Matthew Galt on the bus tours on Ireland's violent frontier. 3:15 will be Paula Shilliday, remembering experiences of historical institutional abuse, the centrality of voice. And then the last speaker at 3:45, Savannah Olshov, whose name I may be butchering. I'm so sorry, Savannah. Conflict, Crisis, and Resolution, the use of diaries as a tool for peace. We hope to take a short break in between that last speaker and the keynote, Theo E.J. Wilson, who will be discussing race and the digital divide with us. And each one of these, as you can see, will take about half an hour, and that will include a Q&A session. That Q&A will be about 5 minutes long at the end, and we ask that everybody, you should see this at the bottom of your screens. Let me get back to Zoom here. And you should see at the very bottom, next to the record button, it may be different on your end, but there's a Q&A function. This Q&A function, we ask that you type in all of your questions during the speeches so that we can ask them live and try to answer all that come in. If we don't get to all the questions, we hope to email some more information out afterwards. And feel free to also engage with us in the chat. I believe both Morgan and Catherine will be handling the chat feature. So feel free to engage with other attendees as well as our speakers and panelists. And let's make sure I haven't forgotten anything else here. So I wanted to just quickly remind everyone that this is a 2-day conference. We will send out a link, I believe, later today, maybe earlier tomorrow, for tomorrow's conference. It will also include a password, so please remember to use the password. And today, the day 1 focus, we'll be exploring the use of stories of violence across different platforms, such as literature, tourism, situations of remembrance, personal diaries, and social media. While tomorrow, the topics will be exploring the use and misuse of stories of violence within the media and around the globe.